our audio producer, would like to present an award right now.
Oh.
Raymundo, I'm handing it over to you.
Yeah, so I was in the parking garage, and Abby was opening the garage for somebody, and obviously it's somebody that doesn't work here because everybody else has a key to it, and then the garage goes up, and in pulls in this massive truck. I'm talking, it almost scraped the very top of the garage when it entered in.
So did you know it was somebody famous?
I assumed it was.
Because it's that expensive and that big of a truck?
There's other big trucks I've seen, Florida Georgia Line. I've seen Scuba Steve's truck. This one was bigger than both those.
So you would like to present now the award for biggest truck in country music?
Yes.
Wow.
I wonder who it is.
Oh, any guesses?
Yes.
You can go ahead and put them up. We just won't say who it is yet.
All right.
Go ahead.
I feel like one time you said Keith Urban has a really big truck.
Keith Urban has a huge
He
truck.
does?
He's got a few cars, but whenever pandemic was fully hitting, Keith and I were going to the Opry, and the Opry was empty, so nobody was driving into the mall or the Opry, where the Opry is. And I was beside this massive truck, and I look over, and it's Keith going, yeah, because he saw me. Huge truck.
Weird.
Yeah, I think he also has like a really crazy sports car, too.
Okay, that makes more
I'm
sense.
sure, but
So Keith Urban, incorrect, but big truck. Any guesses, Lunchbox?
I would say I see Aldine driving a big truck.
I think he probably drives a pretty big truck.
Yeah.
Not who it is, though.
Oh.
Eddie?
Yeah, look, he's got a song. I got that real big dang truck. Give me Luke Bryan.
Luke has a pretty big truck.
That's right.
Yeah.
Come on.
But this
Sure they
one is
all do.
bigger.
Oh.
Bigger?
Ray, you'd like to present the award to...
Chuck Wicks. It was so big he had to jump out of it like a diesel truck and 18-wheeler. Chuck, congratulations.
There he is on the phone
baby.
right now.
Wow.
Receiving Country Music Truck of the Year, Chuck Wicks.
Wow. This is everything I dreamed of. I didn't even know why I was on the phone. I'm like, oh, I'm winning Truck of the Year award?
Yeah,
That's
Truck of the Year.
fantastic.
So what do you got over there, buddy? How big's that truck?
Well, I hate to disappoint all the truck lovers out there because I'm going to give you the facts here. I got a 2-inch leveling kit with a 4-inch lift. The reason why I did that is because then you don't have to go outside of the manufacturer to get it worked on. You get to keep your warranty at like the Ford dealership. Then I got 35s for tires. And I think what makes it a little bigger is I have a hood on the back of my truck that's like just bulky looking, and it just looks manly and rough and ready to go. You can put a 4-wheeler on top of it, and then I act like it's bigger than it actually is. So that I think that does a lot too.
When you drive a truck that big, do people stare at you constantly on the road?
Well, not in Tennessee. I think they're common, but I think I'm surprised that I won this. I'll be honest, because you know who has the big truck?
Who?
Kane Brown.
Oh, he does have a huge truck. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, his truck is so big you need a step ladder to get into it. I mean, and for real.
What kind of gas mileage you getting on that thing, though?
Oh man, I'm crushing it at 12 miles per gallon.
oh my god.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Hey, good thing you're rich and famous, Chuck Wicks, or you wouldn't be able to afford that.
Yeah, every once in a while I have to switch up to my bike. I have to bike places because I can't afford gas.
Chuck Wicks is on with us. He's just been awarded Truck of the Year in country music. Let's clap for him again before we pivot out of this.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'll send you a Beanie Baby. I have a whole lot of Beanie Babies now. I'll send you an official Beanie Baby for winning
Ooh,
the award.
He can put it in his truck, like
Like
in
hang
the
it.
window.
Yeah. Chuck,
I love it.
How's the podcast going? Talk to Chuck. How's the podcast been?
Yeah, Love Country Talk to Chuck's doing great. We're closing in on 1 million downloads, which I'm like super pumped to get there. We just had Lauren Elena on, which I've been getting so many DMs. They're like, this is the best one yet. Because, Lauren Elena has the best infectious laugh that you could possibly want to hear. And I think 40, 50% of the podcast is her and I laughing. So
You guys check out Talk to Chuck. If you love country, Talk to Chuck. It's a podcast that is just doing fantastic. I know we're both friends with Jimmy Allen. You guys are actually both from Delaware. And you and I have also been on Dancing with the Stars, which Jimmy is on now. Any chance Jimmy wins this season?
huge chance. I was a little concerned when he got all 5, like the first week, I think. But I think they were setting him up. You know this, Bobby. They were setting him up for success, for people to start rooting for him, because I think the judges know that he's good, and it's starting to pay off now, because I think he's getting the bigger numbers now, and he's, everybody loves Jimmy Allen. Who doesn't love Jimmy Allen?
Do you guys talk often? Do you give him tips?
In the beginning, we talked a little bit. We talk all the time, but about Dancing with the Stars, we talked briefly. I remember when you were on it, the best thing you can do is just be yourself. and he's doing that. So yeah, he's crushing it.
Chuck Wicks is on with us, which, by the way, Chuck is now officially a pro bowler. Did you make the tour? Is that what I heard?
Dude, I made it. I got my pro bowler card, and I bowled in my first PBA event. I did not finish last. That was my goal. I got like middle of the pack, and now I'm going to do a couple more next year.
That's how I play Hues and Cues, by the way. That the game that we have, you see colors differently, and I'm colorblind. So my goal is to not finish last when we play Hues and Cues, like Chuck is when he bowls. But Jason Aldean's your brother-in-law. He has a bowling alley in his house. Does that mean when you practice, you can just go over to his house at any time?
I can, but I have to tell him now that I'm a pro. I have to be like, yo, bro, did you oil the lanes properly? Like, I need the right oil pattern. Like, I don't need to be bowling with the bumpers up. Let's go.
Does he have bumpers on that bowling alley at his house?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He doesn't use them. His kids, like, I'm surprised the bowling alley's still standing the way his kids bowl because they just throw the ball everywhere. So it's pretty impressive.
Where in relation to the living room is that bowling alley? Meaning, can you watch TV if someone's bowling?
Oh, yeah. So his bowling alley is separate from the house.
Oh.
And then he's got a walkway. So it's like this big. You walk in, it's this big room. It's like a party room. You got a big bar with like TVs everywhere. It looks like a restaurant bar. And then you have the bowling alley 2 lanes that have TVs everywhere. You can watch TV over the pins where you bowl.
Man, I don't even know what that's like.
Yeah.
What kind of life is that? Dang, we have your own bowling alley.
Man.
Do you have to take extra care of yourself now that you're pro? Like you can't injure your wrist or hands or fingers?
True.
That's a great question because I actually I was with my father-in-law, Jason's dad, and I hurt my thumb, and he goes, "Oh, are you okay? Is that going to affect your bowling?" I go, "It's the right hand. I'm okay.
It's true.
Oh, okay, yeah.
As long as it's not the throwing hand, you're good."
Can't be the lefty hand."
Chuck Wicks is on with us. What is this wine situation you have going? Because I see online you have some sort of wine line.
Wine line, yeah. So my wife and I had the opportunity. We got approached to have our own wine, and of course we're like, well, duh, yes, it's going to be amazing. So Melorosa Wine Company is launching November 15th, and when we talked about it, we didn't want to just be like another whatever you want to call it, celebrity couple that had a wine or bourbon or whatever, tequila. I think someone else just came out. John Party just came out with a whiskey or bourbon, I think. We wanted our message to be more than just a liquor or a wine. So we named it Melorosa after her Cuban heritage. So her mother, my mother-in-law, is full Cuban. She has 5 sisters. They defected from Cuba in the late 60s under the Castro regime to live the American dream. Like, they had to get out of the bad situation they were in. They got on the last plane out of Cuba to Miami to live in America and come over to this great country. So we wanted to pay homage to that. So we named it Mello after her mom's maiden name and Rosa after her grandmother. So that was how Melorosa was born. And we're also giving back. It's going to have a charity element to it. So it's going to be cool.
Chuck is one of the guys, too, and not to bring this interview down a bit, but this has happened to Lunchbox. It's happened to Jake Owen. But it says here that Chuck quit college 2 classes short of graduation from Florida Southern.
Oh.
So 2 classes short. Is that true or false?
That's very true. And now it's been so long since I've been back to college, they've upped the curriculum. So now I have to go for like 18 more credits.
Oh, well, then now you don't go back. I mean, if it was only
Yeah.
2 classes, I was really going to guilt you into taking those 2 classes. But don't you don't you want to finish and like have some closure and get that degree?
You know what? I do kind of just so I can show Tucker, my little boy, be like, yep, your dad graduated. So are you. So that would be the only reason. The degree was in physical education, but with a minor in exercise physiology, right? So I don't really know if I would use that degree at all. So I would do it just to have closure and to say to my kids, like, hey, look, finish what you started.
Hey, chase your dreams, Chuck Wicks. That's all I'm going to say. Chase your dreams.
Chase the dreams. Maybe I'll do it online.
All right, Chuck Wicks, there he is. He wins Truck of the Year. Again, great job.
Congratulations.
He's got so much going on. He's got a wine line coming out. He's got music. He's got Talk to Chuck, which is a great podcast. Lauren Elena is his latest guest. Chuck, good to talk to you, my friend, and I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. See you
All
guys.
right, there he is. Chuck Wicks.
This is a Bobby Bones show.